Okay, guys, so what is a pseudoaneurysm? This is Blackwood Vascular. Um, we are in the process of treating a femoral pseudoaneurysm, and my goal is to educate patients in layman's terms on what's going on with their vascular disease. This year, I'm hoping to hit 1 million subscribers. We have 27 as of today. So I was called to the emergency room, which is where I am, for a patient who has a bleed from his groin. This was after a procedure done to treat a condition in his heart. After that, he actually was smart enough to notice it and just drove right in. He saw the bulge happening in the groin, and he came right in. I did an ultrasound. They had actually already done a CAT scan. CAT scan showed the pseudoaneurysm, which had a little bit of a little area of distance from the actual blood vessel, so what we call a neck. So you imagine a pipe, and then there's a hole, and blood is, or liquid is coming out, and then it's collecting in a different pool, a little bit further distance away from the actual pipe. So the blood vessel is the pipe, the hole is where the artery was punctured with the needle and the catheter, and the pool is what we call a pseudoaneurysm. And when we did the ultrasound, actually, which I used my little handy dandy V-Scan Air by GE to do that ultrasound, I was actually able to show myself the pseudoaneurysm. And so right now, I'm going to keep this HIPAA compliant. You can see all the bruising, and I'm in the process of holding pressure. So I just went through about 1 hour of manual pressure, and so far so good. I repeated the ultrasound. It looks like the aneurysm has been clotted, even though he's on a blood thinner. And I think I'm just going to keep going and give it a little extra Christmas, kind of spirit, a little extra protection here, so that he'll get home for Christmas and I'll get home for Christmas and everybody will be happy. Rather than just walking away from the bedside, I figure another 30 minutes will do things right. So and keep us from having to go to the operating room. So the other options we could have done was inject it with thrombin tomorrow, but this has been pretty comfortable for him, even though it's been described that it's very uncomfortable. He has tolerated it really well. We had a nice conversation. Other options is you could cut down and actually make an incision and surgically cut it up wide open, but I didn't think this was all necessary. But Blackwood Vascular, guys, any questions, write them me an email and I'll answer it.